Here we go, folks. Another video of my little fish tank here. And let's take a closer look. I think I have to agree that things are growing in more. I can see the difference myself, particularly in these plants right over here in the corner. They're hitting the wall. Some of the ones in here have all grown together pretty much. You got this one over here, this African sword over here. African sword. That's no African sword. Amazon sword, right. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves on it. 7, count the little one. Let's take a look over here at something else there. This little one that was just, oh boy, can we see it well here? Yes, can we see it? We have a little bit of stuff growing on the side of the tank. I don't know if we can see it very well. Oh, there we go now from this angle. You're looking down at the plant. I can look at it. My eyes do a better job. Plant right in here. It's got quite a lot of leaves on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. This one over in the corner is growing bigger. It lost the one leaf last time. We didn't know why. And now let's take a look in over here. Bit of a problem there. Gotta get all of these extra leaves out of there. It's still pushing water through. You can tell by the movement of this plant, but it doesn't look great. So we'll pull all those leaves out. Look, it's my little leaf station right here. And we have a little bit of algae on the tank, not as much as it was, but I mean, it's only 2 weeks this time, so maybe my, keeping the blind closed a little bit is making no difference. The pipe in the back has very little on it. That one in the back, see, I don't want, sorry for changing the direction there. The little one in the back, very little brown on it. So a little bit of brown coming at the bottom perhaps, but it stayed pretty clean, so I don't have to clean that out. But I'm gonna clean off the walls. I'm gonna clean out this, and then I'm going to do a video where I show you what level of acid alkaline bulk, what's the pH basically. What is the pH for my tank? It looked like 8 last time. I didn't do the little test because I looked it up, and 8's not a bad score for a tank. There's nothing wrong with having an 8 or even a little bit higher. But let's see what it is, because we want to get it. We don't want to get the tank out of control at 10 or something wild like that. Okay, we'll be back with a second video. All right, folks, here it is. I dipped it in. I check it out. Kind of interesting when you look at it like this. Let's turn this upside down. On the high range, this side. Well, I don't think that the video does it justice, but to me it looks like 7.4, 7.8 at the most. It's in between these two, but it looks like 7.4 to me. Certainly it's not up here in the red range at all. Nothing red looking at all. It's more amber. It works better this way. I'm not sure what makes it easiest to see, but it looks extra dark, I think, maybe because it's sitting on this desk. Maybe if we stuck it right on the paper without any desk there, it might look different. Let's look down at it this way. There, that's better. Better look at it. You see it's matching up with the first one, 7.4 in my opinion. The second one looks a little bit red relative to the color of this, so it's 7.4 at the worst. Yeah, interesting, man. Oh, one English, one French, I guess. Yeah. All right, so we're looking good. We're back, folks, with part 2 of the video. Here's the tank. Now, today, I engaged in cleaning off the front glass, which I don't think you could tell from the videos was the worst mess I have ever seen on a tank. Now, maybe I haven't been around, okay? But in my house, I've never had a tank that looked that bad in the front. There was so many water drop messes and things, and just every inch of it was a mess. So I used a very handy technique that you would use on your bathroom. I took a little bit of baking soda, took a little bit of dish soap, and we have an organic dish soap. That's awesome for fish tanks, but you might have any other kind. As long as you don't get it in the water, it's going to be good, but maybe Dawn dish soap do the same thing. Just put both of them on a sponge, the damp sponge. I cleaned off the front of the tank, and then I grabbed this white vinegar. I put that on the sponge and then did it again, and then grabbed one of my aquarium towels and dried it off. So maybe you don't have a set of aquarium towels, but you probably should. So to get a set of aquarium towels, you just go to your bathroom and take all of those towels out of there and go buy new ones. You deserve it. You deserve new towels for the bathroom. And then you have the leftovers for the aquarium. Okay, so I went through and I cleaned off the glass all around. And I did it like after only 2 weeks. First time I did it after a month. Or last time I did a video, I had cleaned up after a month and it was quite brown. I don't know. I think it might be better with me controlling how much light's coming in. But still, the left side of the tank had more algae than the right side of the tank. Let's have a look at my fish. They're all kind of having fun. They're behaving a little differently now. I just cleaned the tank. They love to chase around my cleaning stuff. Me, they're always chasing me around because, as you know, I was renamed to food last week. Now here's the Oasy filter. And if you have one of these filters, this little top should, when it's cleaned up perfectly, it spins slowly around in this direction like this. But now it's not, so I took this off, and inside there's some junk on top of there. So I'm going to pull that out and clean that up. That's the last thing for me to clean. I cleaned this plant by hand. It still has the essence of brown on it. So anyways, I cleaned that one by hand. The other ones, sometimes they have poop on them. And I basically take this plant tool here. I just go in like this, and I either blow it or tap it a little bit, but it gets that to fall off. Now, I had one more leaf come off of this big plant over here, and I looked at it, and it looks like, oh, it rotted off. So there is, let's try to go in the top. There's over on this side, you can see something down there that's whitish in the center of the plant. See if I can get my finger anywhere near it. Nope, not on this side. How about this side? Oh, here we're getting close. There, right there. In the middle, the fish are looking down there. But anyways, right there, I'll center it. And it seems to be a bit rotting. So, anyways, I pulled the plant up like 1/4 inch farther from the bottom. You can see my other African violets now floating all over the bloody place with its new plant life. But anyways, so that might have rotted off. So I thought that the plant itself, see, there's the leaf itself now floating in the corner. I'm going to let that float and see if it will develop a ribosome. So, you know, somebody who's got experience might be able to tell me, no, that'll never work. But it kind of looks like it has a little bit of roots on it. So we'll see what happens to it. But I suspect that came off right there in that rotting portion. It looks a little bit white at the back. Now that's not even close to the soil, so I don't know if it came off of there or if it came off some other place, but it was one of the older leaves that came off, one of the biggest ones. And as long as these ribosome plants are not right in the soil, they should be good, and I think it was good, but I made it better. And my little rod plant over here, this little guy over here, let's look at that. Over here on this side, let's see. Let's try to get over here on this side. I'll take my finger away again. It's a little bit light green, so this might develop one leaf. This other piece of rod on the bottom is not going to develop anything. I'm basically happy to let any leaves and things and debris sit on the bottom, so it creates more soil in the tank. But tons of leaves. Here's tons of leaves. Tons of leaves end up in that Oasy filter all the time, as it sucks that stuff in. Now, if you have an Oasy filter, here's a tip. Always turn the thing off before you take out this ring. That's the best way to go, in my opinion. Don't leave it running, because when you pull this off, it'll create a whole lot of bubbles, and a whole lot of bubbles, while maybe nice or something, they do kind of sometimes have a bit of a detrimental effect. I think that they encourage more algae to grow on around wherever they touch. Sometimes they get on the glass and they stick on the glass for a long time. So, yeah, put this on, then start it up. It looks like it could use a little bit of cleaning on the edge there. It's a little bit brownish. I don't think it's very visible. Maybe visible from this angle, a little bit brownish there. Anyway, so all the fish are alive and looking good. The plants are still looking good, and I guess I agree that they have filled out some more than they were, particularly I think noticeable in the center section from the very first video. So there it is, folks. The tank. I think I've got to do something like get more fish before next time, so I got something new to talk about. So today we talked about how to clean off this glass using baking soda and Dawn dish liquid. And as a super bonus here, let me tell you, just do that with your shower. Let your shower get really dirty. Get in there and do it with some baking soda and some Dawn soap. And you can mix them up in a container and use them. Now, I would say just enough for the job. Maybe 1 tablespoon of baking soda and 2 tablespoons of soap might do your entire shower. You can add a tiny bit of water to it to liquefy it. But you don't want it to be like liquidy. You want it to be kind of mushy, kind of viscose, quite viscose. And then you can clean up your shower too. So after I did this, I went and cleaned up the bathroom sink and counter because I had extra soap. So hey, why not? And then I used the vinegar to clean off this glass really nice. So things are improving this week. Overall, it's better than it was day one because the glass in the front is clean. And I cleaned off the top and around the edge too, the black parts. Really happy with these aquariums. These are from Angel Aquariums. Fantastic job they do, especially with the caulking that they do in the corners. It's really good. It hasn't deteriorated since I bought these aquariums. They're about 10 years old and still really like new. Okay, thank you for watching.